If you guys have been following along with this prep, I started way back in June. I had a game plan that I basically was executing pretty damn well, and I kind of got off track in the end of September. Basically, had a low back strain, so that definitely threw the game plan off kilter. And then my wife had a family tragedy. So basically, the month of October, at least the first half of October and the last part of September, I'd say that life kind of hit me pretty hard out of the gym, and then in the gym, I got hit pretty hard with a low back strain. So really, it's just been trying to regain flow back in and out of the gym, and that's something that I'm really getting back the last 2 weeks. So all of last week, all of this week so far, I've really gotten into a good rhythm, a good flow. Life, for the Alberts family, we're trying to make the most of each day. And when you have a family tragedy, for me anyways, it really had me doing a lot of soul searching. And I realized, and I talked about this in the last episode, is that I was putting way too much pressure on myself in regards to, trying to bring my best ever physique and trying to up my game competitively. And I think I also, looking in hindsight and doing some soul searching, was that I was letting, some things on social media influence the way I was thinking. And, that's something I really try to, um, you know, preach to my athletes that I work with, is not to let social media kind of, you know, dictate your way of thinking or dictate the way you kind of do things by, following other people, but really trying to find and create your own path. And I got lost a little bit, with my desire to improve placings, desire to, just bring um, my ultimate best. And of course that is still the goal, to bring my best, but let go of the pressure and the insecurities that I was having, and letting go of letting others kind of dictate the way I should be thinking or anything like that. So basically what I've done is regain, my path, regain how I want to go along that path. And, in 2014, that was a pretty nice path. And basically, the theme of that prep was to chase the physique. So basically, it was just the goal of, okay, let me just attain my best physique, get to the show, and celebrate all that hard work, celebrate that physique, and whatever placings I get, basically it's just like cherries on top of a sundae. So I need to go back to that, and that's what I've done the last 2 weeks. I've let go of these pressures to try to win shows or to better placings. So just basically, it's like, okay, let me just take one day as it comes, do the best I can in any given day, and basically kind of just let that snowball until at the very end, whatever physique I have, that's going to be my best physique at that point in time, and I need to really embrace that and enjoy the process. And that's basically what I'm doing now. And I've just, with that flip of mindset, it's totally. I feel like the handcuffs are off. No more shackles, and I just feel like, okay, every single workout, I'm enjoying it. I'm pushing myself pretty hard. I'm getting after it, and I've created basically a nice flow for my day. Because before, for a while there, when I was doing, my morning cardio, it was like the alarm clock goes off, and I'm kind of like dreading it. I'm like, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing it. Whereas now it's like that clock goes off. I'm like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to seize this opportunity and make myself better for tomorrow. And just with that switch of mindset, I'm enjoying the cardio a lot more. And it's just I think because I am enjoying, the cardio and enjoying the training and enjoying the day to day, the flow, that my stress levels are definitely way lower than they were. And I think basically, I'm seeing nice visual progress now, because the execution is there too. I'm executing better because of, a more positive and a happier mindset. So basically, the last 2 weeks, it's been very good weeks. And also, when you have like a life tragedy, you realize just how minuscule bodybuilding really is. And, even if, let's say, I do better in my placings, what does it really mean? I mean, yeah, it's going to feel good. You get that external gratification from others to say, hey, you placed this high, you beat other people or whatever. But really, it's like at the end of the day, when this is all said and done, and I'm talking to my grandkids about the sport, I'm not going to be sure. I might say, okay, yeah, I won this or I won that, just like Al Bundy saying he scored 4 touchdowns in one game. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be talking about how I shared the stage with my brother. It's going to be talking about how I shared the stage with Alberto Nunez and Eric Helms and Brad Loomis and potentially Andrea Valdez at some point. We're going to all do a show together. And those are the things that are going to matter most. And also the athletes that I've coached who I've been able to help, just those experiences, sharing the sport with the people, that's what's going to matter most. So I've been really doing, as you can see, I'm getting pretty deep, a lot of soul searching, and really trying to get back to, having fun. And of course, still working hard and taking the sport serious, but not too serious to where it robs me of my enjoyment. And that's basically what I was allowing to do, um, you know, for basically probably since the start of this year, just putting too much emphasis and pressure on myself to try to be more competitive, and it was definitely robbing me of my enjoyment of the sport. So, um, and this is something that I'm kind of frustrated myself because that I lost this perspective, because this is one of the slides that I talk on whenever I give presentations, at seminars, is that basically I've been training for 30 years, or if we take that in days, it's 10,950 days. So out of those 30 years, 10,950 days, I've competed in 30 shows. So 30 shows equals just 30 days. So 99.7% of my time is preparing for that 0.3%. So I need to keep perspective and remember I need to enjoy the ride, because that's where the fun is at. And if you're not having fun, getting to that 0.3%, then yeah, I'm just gonna continue to have you know those darker times. So basically, yeah, that's a long rant, but so as far as prep goes, just really quick, 5 days a week macros are at 40 fat, 300 carbs, 170 protein. 2 days a week, they're refeeds. I'm trying to hit 40 fat, 400 carbs, 170 protein. That sways a little bit here and there. I'll tighten that down as I get deeper into the prep. In regards to the cardio, 6 days a week. So right out of bed, straight to my recumbent bike, 30 minutes, light intensity. I knock it out and get it done. The reason I do 6 sessions now, I am trying to ramp up a little bit of fat loss now, just because, I got behind with the injury and the life setback there. So trying to get, down to about 180 pounds by the end of the year. So 180, 185, I should say, by the end of the year. So I'm pushing a little bit harder than I wanted, and I'll monitor that just to make sure I'm not getting too assertive. If I am, then I'll just pull back a little bit. But for now, I'm kind of getting in there and attacking. And then in regards to the weight training, it's now 3 days per week. And the reason I went to 3 days per week with that low back strain, I just felt like I wasn't, with that injury, and prior to that, I was experiencing some hip pains and things like that. So I just feel like I needed more recovery. So I went to a 3 day split, training each body part once per week. And I've been doing this now for a little over 2 weeks, and I feel so much better. I'm performing a lot better, recovering a lot better. So again, I've set up a nice flow. That's so important, to set up a nice flow where training's good, recovery's good, overall energy is good, stress levels good. So just, going off the checklist and making sure all of the variables are all flowing really nice. And right now I got a nice system going. I'm sure at some point, probably, maybe next week or the week after, I might go back to a 4 day split. But then again, I'll reassess at that time, because if my flow is just really flowing, then I don't want to basically fix what isn't broke. So for now, it's just, keep it nice and flowing. And in regards to, the last couple weeks, visually starting to really look more like a bodybuilder. Still a ways to go, but definitely a big contrast from where I was when I started this prep, when I was looking more like basically, a dad in the off season. So that's a bit about it, guys. So hopefully you guys got a nice flow going. And if not, you might want to reevaluate how you're doing things, your daily process, and create a better flow. So other than that, hope you guys have a great week. Talk to you guys more next week.